Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post. It's the Adam Post Speaks channel. It's great to see you. I'm having a great morning. I hope you're having a great morning. Go ahead and tell me in the comments below how your day is going. And while you're down there, definitely subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. It's a huge, huge help to me when you subscribe. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you. So this is interesting news. It's true. It's accurate. I'm going to back it up. I'm going to show you where it's at. You're going to hear it here first, and then you're going to hear it probably next week in a bunch of different places. Ratings say now #1 show in the world, The Mandalorian. All right, this is coming from Business Insider. And Business Insider is sourcing this from another source called Parrot Analytics. I'm going to go through that. I'm going to provide links to you. You're going to kind of see this is the inside industry TV stuff. So The Mandalorian on Disney Plus is the top TV show in the world. All right. We know Mandalorian is popular. We know that unlike the garbage, The Last Jedi and the horrific social justice garbage that they did to the Star Wars films, they were not able to do that, at least not yet, to the TV shows. And so it hasn't gotten down there. And there's reasons why for that. So let's talk about the success of The Mandalorian, what the basis is for saying it's been so successful, who these Parrot Analytics guys are, and get into this. And then I'll talk to you a little bit later about why I believe they haven't been able to destroy TV production yet, the way they've been able to do it with movies. So The Mandalorian is the most in-demand TV show in the world, 3 weeks ahead of after its debut, according to Parrot Analytics. The series topped Stranger Things last week as the most in-demand streaming series in the U.S., meaning on a streaming service, breaking its 21 streak at the top, week streak at the top. So Stranger Things has been a huge success for Netflix. Obviously, we all know that. But it was the #1 in-demand series on Netflix or all streaming services. But now they got competition because The Mandalorian is kicking their butt. Disney Plus's live-action Star Wars series Mandalorian quickly became the biggest new show in the U.S., now only 3 weeks since its debut. Just said that. All right, so the company measures demand expressions. Demand expressions. That's what Parrot Analytics calls it. It's standardized TV demand measurement unit that reflect the desire, engagement, and viewership of a series weighted by importance. Parrot Analytics said Tuesday, which is December 3rd, 2019, The Mandalorian was 31.9 times more in demand than average series are globally during the past week, topping HBO's Game of Thrones and Netflix's The Crown and Stranger Things. All right, and I'm going to show you those statistics, and I'm going to provide links to all this so you can check it for yourself. So The Mandalorian, okay, is their most in-demand series, along with Chernobyl, Amazon's The Boys, Apple's C, and Netflix's The Umbrella Academy. Not to be confused with That Umbrella Guy, a really great YouTube channel, by the way. You should subscribe to him. The company will announce the winner at its Global TV Demand Awards next month. So watch next month in January for another big thing. Okay, so obviously Baby Yoda is a big draw. So what the heck is all of this about? Let's look at Parrot Analytics. Let's look at their results. But first, let's talk about the company. So why have we never heard of Parrot Analytics before? Well, because we're not normally in the business of making entertainment through mass media channels. So these guys are an inside industry resource. This is their About Us page. They say they're on a global mission to connect content creators with consumers by enabling data-driven decision-making along the premium content value chain. So people pay them for their information and their analysis who make these shows, because they need to kind of justify when you're producing things like, well, what are the results? And Disney and Netflix, they're not publishing all of their viewership of all their individual shows. Disney has announced that they had 10 million subscribers to Disney Plus in their first day. although that was gathered over several months, and it was also helped by their free deal with Verizon for free subscriptions for the first 12 months. But they need a way to justify what they're doing. So they use outside services like this. It's sort of like Nielsen ratings. We work with the biggest media and technology companies on the planet to drive investment, production, acquisition, marketing, and distribution strategies in all continents around the planet. Our leadership and advisory team includes global media leaders, creators, and scientists who are united in our vision of empowering the entire industry to make the very best content decisions. We do this because we believe in the magic of content, and obviously they want to make money, and the impact it has on people's lives. All right. So are they a legit company? Yeah, they're a legit company. This is just discussion about them in the industry, just so you know who they are. Parrot Technology delivers the only system, this is from A&E Networks, the only system that allows us to standardize how we value our content around the world, and it's also the only system able to give us truly global view of audience demand in every country at any time. So it's impressive analytics, like to the extent that you trust algorithms, to the extent that you trust data-driven stuff from companies like Google. These guys are legit. All right, I'll tell you what. They're watching numbers, exactly what they work. And how they work and what they do, I don't know. Industry people are paying them. Here's what Axios says about these guys. Of the 10, well, I don't like Axios. Let's talk about Variety. Spanish producers create TV series that connect with people with universal values, and they know how to use the most universal elements in each story. Alejandro Rojas, regional director in Latin America. All right. So you could pay these guys a fortune and they'll do analytics for you too. Probably not relevant to you, so I wouldn't contact them. But you can contact them if you want to find out more about them. This is their TV demand data for U.S. audience attention measurements, the 24th to the 30th of November, 2019. As you'll see, overall, for all TV shows, I was surprised to see some of this myself. The Mandalorian's at the top with 132,279,530. 530 what? It's their average demand expressions. And as they cited in the Business Insider article here, the demand expressions are TV demand measurement that reflect the desire, engagement, and viewership of a series weighted by importance. So if you know anything, for example, about YouTube, YouTube does give you tremendous analytics about how much is a show being, a video being watched, for what length of time, at what point do people continue to watch the entire thing. So there you go. So this is for overall, for all shows, and this is for digital exclusives. And you'll see the Mandalorian is on top with 132 million here. Titans at 85 million. I didn't know it was doing so well. Good for Titans. Stranger Things is down at 348,000, 36 million. The Crown is holding steady, so they have their audience, probably a big female audience. Lucifer is up at 31 million, and you can see the rest of this. I'll give you a link to see all of this, but this is including all overall broadcast, all overall digital, every type of TV. The Mandalorian has the most dedicated and engaged audience. You'll notice missing from this list anywhere is the horrible Watchmen show, because it's garbage and they're losing viewers all the time. Sorry, I mean, it's just garbage. So I'm going to go ahead and give you these links. You can read more about this. I promised you I was going to tell you my theory on why The Mandalorian is good television and why it's much easier for them to destroy projects through film. And, you know, when you have a film like The Last Jedi, you could have one guy, Rian Johnson, roll in and write and direct it and control and destroy it. It's all his vision. It's one big project. They may have spent a couple $100 million to make it, but he can destroy it. It's just one guy is in control of it. You have something like The Mandalorian, it gets a lot more development than a single film is going to get. There's a lot of discussion with directors, contributors, the entire studio. It's not one person's vision. Jon Favreau had a lot to do with it. Dave Filoni had a lot to do with it in developing Mandalorian, no question. But you also have showrunners who are like on-site producers who really put the project together. You have multiple writers involved, multiple directors involved. Uh, it's not one person's vision. So when Disney is putting together a project, they actually need stories. It's not just one guy's social justice propaganda project. It would be impossible to make social justice television with a new project like this. That's a premium project that they're putting out on the Disney Plus channel. It's much, much more difficult for them to put out one vision of one junky propaganda, no story, garbage project like The Last Jedi, or unfortunately, like it looks like The Rise of Skywalker is going to be. And they will spin films out of The Mandalorian. They're already talking about it. They will spin films out of the take that they're putting into these series. And they will not be able to stray as far when they put a film out from what the feel and the look is from a TV source versus what they did to the other films, because they have this basis. It's Disney's plan to drive people to the direct-to-consumer model, because they have such incredible control, like Parrot Analytics giving you all these numbers. Well, Disney has more numbers than this, and they love numbers. They want those numbers. The same as Netflix would do. And incidentally, Netflix is going to be crushed. They're just going to be crushed. If you look at some interviews, by the way, with Reed Hastings, he just talks about how they want to make good television. Disney is talking about doing short form videos. Disney will do anything that works. They don't care. That will make them money. And they're also putting out the social justice messages, but they don't plan to lose at this game. Netflix will only do TV. Netflix will not do a gaming platform. They just announced publicly in an interview they're not interested in doing gaming platforms. They're not interested in doing anything that necessarily works. They just want to make what they think is great TV. Well, they're already losing to Disney. So I hope Disney gets its act together, keeps its act together, and focuses on television distribution so we can see more things like The Mandalorian, which is at least good. It is just fundamentally, it's okay. It's decent. I think we're going to see that. I think it's going to be the cleaning out of a lot of garbage at Disney. Fingers crossed. Let's see how it goes. Tell me what you think the future is of this. Do you think Disney is going to be looking to do more successes like The Mandalorian, or do you think they'll ruin it first chance they get and just blow everything up? I think in films, to me, you tell me what you think in the comments below, definitely. I think in films, they're more likely to do one crazy, stupid idea because you've got the vision of one person, and because they already expect that sometimes films will just fail, but they're not prepared to let television shows fail. They're too much involved. It's too much part of their core concept of what they want to do with the film, what they want to do with Disney in general in the future. It drives everything. So one franchise ruined, one film ruined. They've obviously proven that they can ruin the film franchise, stop it, launch a successful TV franchise, and now have this immediate instant success. I don't think they're giving that up. Tell me what you think in the comments below. This is kind of a long one, but I really wanted to go through all of this in detail. Also, make sure you're subscribed. It's a big help to me. Click the bell for notifications. And I will see you soon. I'll see you on the next video. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.